Hello guys, welcome. Thanks for watching Art Beat. This is Purva Oswal and today is your Practice for Skills Saturday. Today I'm going to show you how to make different kinds of strokes because in your future these strokes will have to be integrated into one sketch. So without wasting further more time, let's hop in. Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you different kinds of strokes like simple strokes. In that we have difference in pressure gradients, which means you can use one single pencil and create different shades with only one single pencil via varying your pressure. Second, we are varying the grade of the pencil. Like I'm using B, 2B, 4B, 6B in increasing order of its darkness. And the third, we can have repetition and overworking. Repetition means you are constantly repeating your strokes on the same strokes so you can darken it. And overworking, we have two more categories in that, hatching and cross hatching, and I will show you that in the video. There are many more other types, so let's hop in and just follow me. So first we will start with simple strokes. Here, number one, we will start with pressure gradient. I'm using a 6B pencil right now. So for the very light tone, you have to hold your pencil like that and just give simple strokes and very light strokes. That's your light tone. Very light tone, I'm sorry. Next, we have the light tone. Little more pressure. The closer you are to the tip of the pencil, the more pressure you're using. You see? It's darker. This is darker than this. Next, we have a middle tone. Little more pressure. And again, as I always say, keep rotating your pencil. Next, we have a darker tone. So, closer to the tip of the pencil and more pressure. And the darkest tone is the most amount of pressure you will use. Keep rotating your pencil. There you go. So the very light tone, darker, even more darker, and the darkest tone. This you can do using one single pencil. Next we move on to varying grade of the pencil. Here we will use B, 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B and 10B in increasing order of their darkness. So I'm going to start with B. Over here you need to keep your pressure constant because you're using different pencils. Next is 2B. My pressure is completely constant and keep rotating your pencil. Next up we have 4B. Six B. 8B. The direction of strokes can be whatever you like it to be, but I prefer in going from right to left. And the last, the darkest shade we have is 10B. So you can see the gradation here. Next we have repetitions and overworking. Number one in that we have hatching. Hatching, tiny slated shades. Now I'm going to use 6B over here. For tiny slated strokes, that is a simple strokes. That. Okay. Over here, I'm going to apply a little more pressure and more repetitions over that. So let's work with the pressure first. So I've increased my pressure here. You can see the darkness has increased. And I'm going to do repetitions on that. So again, it gets even more darker because of the repetitions. Correct? Now grading from light to dark. So initially I'm going to give tiny slated strokes, just normal strokes. Then I'm going to give overpressure, but here we're going to keep this side lighter and we're going to darken here. So increase your pressure from going from left to right. So I'm going to increase my pressure over here. Increase, 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 and stop. And now I'm going to do repetition only in this part because I need this part darker. So darker, 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 darker. And one more repetition, darker, darker, darker. So here you can see the gradation going from light to medium to dark. Next up, we're going to go to cross hatching. Over here again I'm going to use a 6B pencil. So step 1 is light strokes in one direction and then in the opposite direction, like that. So normal hatching and then cross hatching. The same here, a little more pressure and darker. And I go for cross hatching. Step 3, again a little more pressure. And cross hatching. And step 4, most amount of pressure you can use. And cross hatch. So you can see the difference and the gradation. Over here, we're going to go from light to dark gradation in cross hatching. So light, increase your pressure from going from left to right, repeat over it with more pressure and repeat over it with more pressure. Now your cross hatching, lowest pressure, increase your pressure and the most amount of pressure. Again, just repeat over this part because this is the darkest. You can see the gradation in your hatching. Next up we have throwing your strokes. Now throwing your strokes is usually used for blending. So supposing this is your background, a normal general background, okay? This is a normal general background I have next to my eye, first suppose. Now I need to blend my strokes from the eye to the background. So this is what is called throwing of strokes. Harsh lines should not be seen. So hold your pencil here and leave your hand. Leave your strokes. You're just supposed to throw them into the background so that it looks as one. Now this technique is used, or rather I use this technique instead of smudging it because smudging just looks shabby. See, it's blending. You need to blend your strokes by throwing them so that you don't see harsh lines. Okay? Next up we have distant strokes. Now distant strokes are usually used in the eyebrow. So your initial shading of the eyebrow is done with simple strokes like you always do. Just shade it. But the strokes are a bit distant because its hair doesn't grow obviously very close to each other and it's not in one direction. So in distant strokes and for the eyebrow you will also need cross hatching because hair grows in any direction, right? So that is your basic stroke. Again I'm using a 6B to show you how the distant strokes are done. So these are your distant strokes I'm giving. There has to be a minimum distance between each stroke. And again, repeat over it because eyebrows are dark, usually. And now I'm going to cross hatch. Kind of. Repeat. And that's your eyebrow ready. Not very finished, but that's not the point right now. The last type I have is eyelash strokes. Now these are the most difficult strokes because the eyelashes, the ending of the eyelashes should not look like harsh lines. So here you need to learn the skill again of throwing your strokes. So this is the right eye. So your eyelashes usually will be in this direction. Okay? So you always start from over here and you hold and you throw your stroke like that. Throw it. Have a little curve in and throw your strokes. This will take some amount of practice, but it will only come with practice. Throw your strokes. These don't have to blend with the background like normal throwing of strokes like I showed you, because these are eyelashes. So this is more difficult because they need to be dark enough to be seen. Plus you should know how to throw your strokes. So this will only come with practice. And your eyelashes below have to be small, so you need to have it darker. You need to have this part dark, so you go like that. You have a bit of point and pull it down. A little bit of point, pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. There you go. And we're done for today. So I hope you liked the video. Please practice these strokes at home because skill only comes with practice. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you have any views about this video, please leave it in the comment section below. You can send me the pictures of your practice strokes on my email. The email ID is given in the description below. Till then, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.